Greetings, Patrick here, Half Cheetah Will View. And it's Tuesday, and if it's Tuesday, that can only be one thing. It means that it must be Library Day, and it is. So today marked the second week of bag sale. We had a bag sale last week, and we got one this week. Now, normally, whenever we do a bag sale, the week after that is deader than a doornail because everybody bought everything up, and it takes a little while for them to build back up. But this week is a little bit different. We actually had a pretty good week. They stocked they actually had more stuff on the shelves than they did last week, and so we picked up some goodies. They even had a few library movies sprinkled in here, along with a few miniseries as well. So I think this is a pretty good week. Maybe pound for pound, not quite as strong as last week, but I think this one here has a lot to say for it. So let's get cracking, shall we? I will do the Blu-rays first. From the library, we got Garfield the movie. So yeah, everybody knows I'm all about Garfield, right? So yeah, I'm glad they went back to more animated style. This looks really cool. I didn't mind the live action one, but I definitely like the animation. Um, so this is Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm trying to think of who else is in here. Ooh, that's a real small. I can't read that. I can't even magoo it. So there's Garfield the movie. Uh, I picked up a Blu-ray copy of the Book of Eli. I have this on DVD, but now I have it on Blu-ray. Let's see. Same thing with The Hunters. Blu-ray. Actually, I think this is Blu-ray DVD. Yeah, this is both. This was actually a really quite exciting movie for a PG film. This was actually pretty damn good. Next up, Catch and Release with Jennifer Garner. This is a really charming story, and as you can see by Jennifer smiling, this one's a little bit more of a comedy than normal. I think it's more like a comedy drama, but it's really fun. I saw this when it came out at the theaters, and I hadn't picked it up yet for the collection until now. So let's see. One I had thought I had gotten, but checking in with my sources says I did not have this as of yet, so I was pretty surprised. But I did finally pick up Aquaman on the Lost Kingdom. I could swear I got this already, but according to my letterbox, I have not gotten this. So this is the second Aquaman movie. It also stars Patrick Wilson, along with Jason Momoa and Amber Heard and Nicole Kidman. And the last Blu-ray I have is from Disney and is Toy Story 3. I have actually never watched a Toy Story movie. I never have. I know I love Pixar, but I have actually never watched a Toy Story. All right. Next up, we're going into DVDs. Very happy I found a copy of The Pride of the Yankees. That had been on my internal list. I've been, if I ever saw a copy, I would definitely pick it up. So this probably is maybe Gary Cooper's greatest performance. I know people will say, well, what about High Noon? But I gotta go with Garrett. I gotta go with Lou Gehrig over the High Noon and go for The Pride of the Yankees. Next up is another library release, and one I had hoped that would bounce down to us, and it did. It was a big hit earlier this year, and it is Anyone But You, starring Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. Okay, and one that I've been hearing about as far as being a top 5 horror pick of this year. Believe me, it's going to be hard to do a top 20 this year for horror movies because there's been so many good ones this year. I heard a lot about this one. A lot of people have this one ranked number one on many of their lists. But all I can say to that is, if they have this as number one, that's only because they have yet to see the table, the coffee table. Once they see the coffee table, they will understand why that is number one. But this is still very strong, and I've heard a lot of good things from it. In fact, I actually will make this my centerpiece of the haul this week. This is the one that I'm glad I got, and I'm looking forward to watching it. And that is Long Legs. So this one stars Micah Monroe and Nicolas Cage, and directed by Osgood Perkins, who's Tony Perkins from Psycho fame. This is his son, who wrote and directed Long Legs. Okay. Next up looks to be a very fun film, starring Melanie Laurent, and that is The Concert. Don't know anything about this, but it looks very charming, and so I picked it up. I had this movie right here, but I went and picked it up anyway because my Blu-ray player is not playing, and I was really in the mood to watch it. I only have it on Blu-ray, and there's a reason for that, and this is the reason I picked this up too. I picked up Julie and Julia on DVD, but the copy I have is on Blu-ray, and that is the first Blu-ray that me and Lori bought together. We went and watched this movie, and then afterwards we went and got the movie. And this is a very delightful movie with Amy Adams and Meryl Streep and Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci is very good in this, and this is a very sweet movie. Hey, I got some miniseries as well. Well, I got one more here to go. Struck a little gold. Very tiny little gold. Stumbled across a Hallmark movie from 2011, starring Elizabeth Berkley from Showgirls and Saved by the Bell fame. And she also with Jason Grace Stanford, and they did a movie called Lucky Christmas. This is from 2011. This also stars Mitchell Cummins, Mike Bell, and Julia Arcos. So, I didn't even know Elizabeth Berkley did a Hallmark movie. Everybody's doing a Hallmark movie. That's great. I can't wait to see it. I did get a few miniseries came stumbling my way. I found 4 of them actually. Or let's see. No, I got 3. One I think is a season. But I got 3 here that are miniseries. And the first one we got is Jack London's Seawolf. Very famous book. This is about Wolf Larson and Humphrey Van Weyden and the clash on the high seas. I actually thought this might have been one that Hallmark released, but it wasn't. This stars Sebastian Koch, Neve Campbell from the Scream movies, Stephen Campbell Moore, and Tim Roth from Reservoir Dogs. October Gale. And this is called Seawolf. Man, this looks interesting. I remember reading the book like years when I was a kid. Next up is another miniseries. It is The Flame Trees of Ithaca, and starring Haley Mills. This is a 7-part miniseries. uh, and and this is the complete complete series. Okay, next up I have this. I've heard a lot about this, and I finally get a copy to watch it, and that is Escape at Dannemora. So I have heard about this quite a bit. Um, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. And this one stars Patricia Arquette, Paul Dano, and Benicio del Toro. And we just got done covering on Benicio del Toro. We just got covering A Perfect Day on the IC Midnight Show. Fantastic show. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Highly recommend it. If you want to thumb yourself over to the IFC Midnight playlist, look up A Perfect Day, and there we go. And this is the first season. I'm not sure if there's more than this or not. I'm not sure if this is a mini series. I'm not sure if this is a series. It is from the library, and it's called The First Team. So I do believe this is about a football team, or over there they call it in the UK they call it a soccer team, and it does have Will Arnett in the cast. This is one of the reasons I picked it up, because I do know who Will Arnett is, and of course the Will Lasso also is about an American taking over a soccer team. So I'm not sure what this is if this is about that along the same lines, if it's a comedy drama or whatnot. Will Arnett can swing both ways. He can do drama and he can also do comedy. I have a feeling this is more comedy than anything else, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, we got a few TV seasons here. We got 4, and picked this up. I have not seen this since I was a peanut, but I got the second season of it, and it's in great shape, and that is The Waltons. Good night, John Boy. Good night, Mary Sue. Good night, Paul. This came out in the 70s, and it's featured, Earl Hamner wrote it. It's based on his life, and it's America in the Depression and how the family got through it. Yeah, it's still playing on some family channels. I've been noticing that some of the family channels like Cozy or Rewind or what have you, they've been starting to pull out some of the older family-oriented series, and you can't get it as innocent as the Waltons. The Waltons are, it's a fine show. All right. Next, I picked up the 11th season of NCIS. That's good because I have a few episodes. I have a few seasons already, but I do not believe I have this one, and so I was glad to see it. And that leads into another one. Whereas last week I mentioned how it was very, very hard for me to find anything from Dick Wolf. It actually is pretty damn hard to find anything from the NCIS universe as well. Be it JAG, be it JAG, be it NCIS. They're getting harder to find. I thought a year ago I thought I struck gold when I found the first 3 seasons of NCIS New Orleans, but all 3 seasons were shot to shit, scratched beyond belief. So I couldn't pick those up. And the other one is out there is NCIS Los Angeles. That was just the one show I watched. I watched that show. I watched it for like the first 5 years. But after that, lost track of it. Life got in the way. But lo and behold, first time out in the wild, NCIS Los Angeles, first season. This is the one with Chris O'Donnell, and LL Cool J, and Linda Hunt. She's a badass in this too. Hetty, love Hetty. And then on top of that, someone turned in NCIS Los Angeles Season 2. So pretty good, I think. Pretty good. I was like, wow, as first Chicago Police last week with 3 seasons, now 2 seasons of NCIS Los Angeles. After years and years of looking and not spotting not nearly a one, bam, back to back weeks. So this has actually been a pretty strong week for the library. Um, we are getting Bag Week twice in December as well. So we hope that this will continue going on through into 2025. All right, that's all I got for this week. Shout out to our friends Elena and Mark. Mark, he is also one of our library crew. He stumbled across my channel and checked out last week's haul. Now you can see what I got this week. Uh, all right. If I don't see you, I guess I won't be seeing you guys till next Monday, or next Tuesday, as far as this goes. And I will be doing a dollar theater on next Monday as well. But I don't think I'll see you anywhere between now and then, unless you're a steady, unless you're a steady visitor from to the channel. Tonight we will be welcoming in Ann Myrna from. She's an actress, and she also is the vice president of Acrostars Films, and we'll be talking to her tonight. And then tomorrow night we'll be talking to small business owner Mike Piro, Mike's Monsters and Toys, and get what's new coming up for this holiday in the collectible business. Both shows start at 8 o'clock Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific. And we are working on a very cool looking December. My December is looking to be a lot of fun on 8 Questions With. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the follow button. Drop a comment down below. And we will see you again real soon. Peace.